the times, all of that. So long story short, she started kind of wanting to find out a little bit more about me or whatever. And I told her like I study genetics, I study anatomy, and she was like, oh, like she was shocked, right? She was shocked, like she was like her body language and everything, right? And it's like, yeah, I really didn't want to talk about it and get on to it because I know it's a touchy subject, and I know once I start speaking on it, and people that's not of my genetic makeup, their attached feelings start getting in there and stuff because it's a touchy subject because we all supposed to be one human race, right? And it's so crazy, y'all. Speaks volumes because I spoke to an older white woman that I always see on this trail right after, and I was talking to her about the situation, and she didn't even have that energy, but she knows me in general because she sees me a lot. So most people that see me often, like they know like my maturity level, regardless if they don't agree or like what I'm saying, how I deliver it or whatever, right? So, Pete. So she started getting really, really arrogant, and then she was talking to me about it, and I asked her, I said, can I tell you something? And you promised, like, it's crazy. Even though I said that to her, I knew once I told her her whole energy off of her being young, and she was like she said she's like 25 or 24 or something like that. But I knew her whole energy was going to change, right? So like I literally said to her, I told her, that she shares DNA from different animals, gene sequences, like different percentages of several of the same animals, all Europeans, that wouldn't sexually naturally reproduce with each other, So like, how did all of that come about? You feel me? And like, when I did, put it like this, she just got racist, right? Or I'm gonna say the racist came out, right? And it's real, y'all. When I say that the DNA speaks volumes. Now, this is the difference of maturity, right? When the older white lady, and I was speaking to her about it, that saw me a couple times, we never really had a conversation, but we just speak as we pass each other, right? When she found out that I study genetics and shit, right? The way she was surprised, she already knew that stuff that I know without her even saying to me what she knows. You know what I'm saying? And it was a mutual respect. It was actually more of a respect because I could tell she didn't think that I knew certain stuff, but by even how I said it to her, she gave me a lot of respect and everything. And basically we was talking about the situation, and the older white woman, she didn't say it, but she said it. She alluded to it without saying it, like, basically like I'm older and I know about the lie, but a younger person that doesn't know about the lie and then hearing it from you, it could be a very offensive, even though it's the truth, And I was telling her, like, she asked and she said that she wasn't gonna get offended. That's why it's like I really don't like to talk about it because of so much lies that's embedded. How are you doing today? So much. That's a beautiful day. So much lies that are embedded, y'all. In around who we are, because remember we've been said that we're the lowest of the crop, right? But it's the opposite. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what else was offended, what she was offended by, right? Because I was talking to her about exercising and stuff, and if she exercises and all of that. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, her body was on point, right? But she thought, and I could tell even more so, like she thought that I was talking to her about that as of trying to hit on her. You feel me? But that's not why I was talking to her about that. That was not why I was talking to her about that. But she thought I was trying to go smack at her. You feel me? So I had to break her bubble. You feel me? I had to break her bubble. I knew once I said this, as what we were already talking about, I knew like that was low key gonna be like the end of the conversation, and her whole energy was gonna switch up. Because women act different when they know they look good and they're used to getting a certain amount of attention from men, but you're not one of those men that's trying to fuck them. And especially if you're trying to tell them about something, but they act different like that because a lot of women use their sexual energy as power and of a way of controlling a man that they know that's trying to fuck them, So that he'll be about to do whatever, you know what I mean? Kissing her ass, acting like this or that, hoping he can, once I said it to her, like, I forgot how I told her, but it's what I told her. I was like, I was like, because I lost my virginity to a white girl when I was younger. I was like, I didn't study genetics. I didn't know anything about interbreeding. And I said it to her like in a way, like I wouldn't do that now. Like I would never have sex with anyone with animal DNA now. So when I alluded to that and she understood, And I'm telling her that her genetics is faulty. Oh yeah, due to the changes taking place on the planet. I couldn't even get down to really why I was telling her off of her asking, because what I was gonna do was I was gonna let her know to just keep that same positive energy and stuff, as we're going forward. This for stuff that I can't change, nor can she change. But this is why DNA is so important, because the truth here is so much around these lies that she didn't even want to talk to me no more, And I'm gonna be honest, I even said under my breath, as after she left, I was like, because I booked her number and everything. I blocked her number. She texted me and everything. I still got the text on my phone. I blocked her though, because, if I'm not mistaken, I think like she could have blocked me also after I blocked her. I don't know. But I knew that was just the end of that on anything of me talking to her about anything, because the truth is more disturbing than the lie, But this shows y'all though, you know what I mean? Like I tell y'all all the time, women dictate sex. The only time that they don't is when you're not trying to have sex with them. And then that's when you see really who that person really is. You feel me? Because they can't do anything in any way, act however, for you to not call them out on their bullshit, So it'd be different with me. And yeah, but I told y'all, I'm more concerned with getting the truth out there than getting some pussy. I don't really care about pussy no more. Like I fucked so much bad females in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Fat as hell and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like I fucked a lot of beautiful women, a lot. Like I've been with a lot of beautiful women, you know what I mean? So I don't get like moved by that. Yeah, that joint was fat. That joint was fat as shit. It really was, but not in a way to control me or have me hide whatever would be the truth from her about the species that she's connected to. When she heard me say species, y'all, when she heard me say species, it's certain words that people hear you say. That's confirmation. When people hear you say words like species and planet and shit like that, yeah, that'd be different. That'd be different, She heard that word. She said, like her eyes like blinked extra hard when she heard me say it. Like what you say? She already knew what she was in. She heard the species. When I said her species, and I said I have empathy and compassion for your species. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, goddess. Enjoy the rest of your day, God. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, God. Peace, power, abundance, brother. Make sure you get a lot of sun. You the sun in the flesh like me, neuromelanated. Peace, power, abundance. And those your brothers too. They got a biological connection to the planet also, like you and me. They got green veins like you and me. That's radiation. That's what's enveloping the whole entire planet right now. We in the microwave. But you and me all right though, because we come from the black mom / African mom. We Gucci. Hey, black people would do whatever not to acknowledge you. I had to say that to him because it's like he was looking at the Latino guys. He was looking at the Latino guys like they like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a enslaving way, He was looking at them like that. So he looking at them like that to let him know like, are they natural too? He was looking at them like he was trying to enslave them and shit. Like, the fuck? Yeah, y'all. So it's real right now. And when I was talking to her about I'm just thinking about y'all. That conversation was funny as hell. Because she was really on some shit where she was like, this nigga's talking to me about a whole other different race of females. That he's not talking about me or white women. Then he's telling me that maybe I should exercise more, or how I can exercise. He's not trying to have sex with me. Like most females, I'm gonna tell y'all, hear me out when I say this, y'all. Females even more so. They're like good looking, they got bad bodies and stuff like that, right? A lot of females that look good, they're not used to a man talking to them that's not trying to fuck them. It throws their head off, you feel me? Like they don't be knowing how to handle that shit. Like they take it as an insult. You know what I mean? But as a man, every woman that you talk to in general, you shouldn't be trying to have a sexual relationship with. You feel me? There should be reasons besides just a woman looking good or you lusting on a woman for why or how you should be talking to your woman. You feel me? So like when a woman really talks to a real man, regardless of his financial pockets or any of that, and it's not that type of energy, a lot of times they act weird because they don't know how to act around a real man. You know, I've seen that a lot of times. Enjoy the rest of your day, God. I seen that a lot of times, y'all. You know, and that's regardless of genetic makeup. That's like a perfect example. I was just telling y'all with the white girl and everything. You know, like and it's so real as this. It's so real as this. I haven't got numbers from a woman that I'm asking in that way, but put it like this: maybe if she would have felt like I was more attracted to her, maybe she wouldn't have gave me her number. Maybe the fact that I wasn't on her line and she could tell I wasn't trying to have sex with her, maybe that's what made me give her give me my give me her number. But either way, you feel me? Like I'm telling y'all, a lot of women don't know how to have a conversation with a man that they know isn't trying to have sex with them, that approach them randomly. It throws them off. They start like glitching and shit. Like you know, they're like, oh, you're not saying nothing about. All right, my I just talked to some Latino guys just now, and I muted it though because I was about to go in the store. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. I be touching so much people in a short period of time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, y'all. So I'm back. My fault, y'all. So I was talking to some melanated people real quick. And when I first started talking to you're melanated people, right? They was like, oh, look at the Lord Birdie. When I was talking to the Lord, you're melanated being. When I was talking to you're melanated being, right? He at first I ain't gonna lie, he was like, why are you talking to me? Da da da. I'm just like, bro, I just want to respect your divinity as having a biological connection to your planet, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. Nothing costly, right? But when they really understood what I was saying, it's crazy because the other melanated goddesses came out. I guess like some of their grandparents and they mothers and shit. They're probably like in their early 2020, 21, like that and shit. And literally they overheard what I was saying, and they saw how I was loving on they sons, and there was girls out there too, like, and I think some of them was their girlfriends and shit or whatever, but like I was loving on them, and when they seen that I was loving on them, they changed up. They like they was just listening to me. It was like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it was like literally like 14 of them out there. Like I was talking to like a good 9 of them alone, and then like it was like another like 7, 8 of them, including moms and everything. Like I'm telling y'all, I'm doing God's work, y'all. I'm really doing God's work. Like, I'm making sure everybody know what's happening on the planet because of me knowing what's happening. You feel me? For real. Hey, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, guys. Peace, power, abundance, y'all with. You know, like, I'm making sure we all know that our son doing his job, and we don't got that much longer to be dealing with this. You know, we almost there. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace, power, abundance, your way. I knew this was gonna be a long day though, because this is already how it was, how I woke up. What time is it? I made it. See, everything that I had to go through to make it to 12 o'clock, and it's just about to be 12 o'clock. You hear what I'm saying? It's just about to be 12 o'clock. Everything that I had to go through to make it to this, it's crazy. Enjoy your day, guys. It's crazy, y'all. But life is real. So I'm gonna tap in with y'all. I love y'all, man. We gonna have a good day and all of that. You know what I mean? I gotta make me another route to get my medicine and stuff before. Well, these niggas better not talk to me about what I think they about to talk to me about. I'm not talking about genetics if they do. I swear to God. Very well. Hi, how y'all doing today?
We're doing wonderful. I'm going out to my church for Sunday to worship Jesus Christ with us.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Can I ask you a question?
What's that?
You believe Jesus was black?
I don't necessarily believe he was black, but I don't really find that it matters.
It's a lot. It matters for a lot of reasons. It matters for a lot of reasons, bro. It matters because of genetics, right? Genetics is a very powerful thing, right? A lot in which was deemed as regular reality and what we're capitulating in. People of my genetic makeup, even people of their genetic makeup that's melanated, right? They have some animal DNA like y'all, but they're not the sun in the flesh, but they have a correlation with that sun in the sky. They got green veins like me. They got radiation running throughout their body. The sun is separating us right now. The ozone layer isn't coming back, and it's peeling back while the radiation is rising at the same time, and it's going to intensify even more. The solar flares, the ionized particles that's hitting DNA right now, every living organism is changing for better or worse. That's why these scientists are coming up missing and all of that, bro. They're not talking about it. The changes that's taking place on the planet, everybody's anatomy isn't conducive to, you know? And I'm not trying to burst y'all bubble in a negative manner, because I have nothing but empathy and compassion for y'all whole species, bro. I have a podcast and I speak on a lot of this stuff on a regular day basis. But this isn't life, bro. You gotta realize, for you to pay for even water or fruit, for natural resources that's in abundance for everybody on the planet, right? You got to be in a certain level of a psychological state. You got to be in a very docile state to even accept that, even amongst division and how everybody besides yourself, if you're noticing it, hypothetically speaking, and everyone around you doesn't, you know? So I'm gonna just say this, bro. This system is shut down, not because the economy's bad, but because of the genocide of the foundation in which it was built on, my people. Slavery never stopped. It just became psychological, bro. That's why babies are forced to be born in hospitals. That's why even if you have a kid right now, bro, and you say, even as a white man, you say, I want to control the full growth and development of my child, and you don't allow for your child to go to school, they're going to take you to jail, bro, because you're not allowing for them to educate your child. You know, we're in hell, bro. You know, the most detriment to everybody, or the most genocide to the planet, is the stuff that's protected. The what do you call it? The medical field, they're backed by the military. You know? They're medically and mentally evaluating people wrong. A lot of beings, Jesus definitely is real, but he's neuromelanated, and even that gets ignored, right? You know, it says all the scriptures in the Bible say it. You know, even it talks about even in Revelations, you know, the fire and the brimstone, that's the radiation. You know, the whole story of the Bible is a story of us. We're God's chosen people. That's why we got the same genetic makeup as him. But this whole system was designed against me, strategically, like premeditated, you know? And they still implement new ways for me to not know who I am, to remember. But why my anatomy is changing, the sun is doing it right now, bro. So I'm gonna just leave y'all with that. I'm in a rush. I value y'all, respect y'all. But
you hope you have a good one, sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Jesus
it, man.
is our savior, and and he loves us all.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you know, Jesus isn't gonna be very forgiving of people that was living off the genocide of the black people, right? So whether y'all want to acknowledge y'all living off me or not, because this is what y'all think is regular reality, you got to ask yourself, if Jesus looks like me, if fire and brimstone, like what he looks like, right? And you got to ask him. He might ask y'all, if you knew that this system was against these black people, what were you doing to change it? Because those are my people. They're exactly me. I got the same anatomy as them. He's not gonna be forgiving about people that's being oppressed purposely, and then that toxicity being protected as if it's not happening, but still trying to ask for forgiveness. Just something to think about, y'all. But y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, though. Like, I'm getting tired, y'all. I just don't be having the patience for it no more. I don't. I'm trying to be respectful, but it's too much hurt. It's way too much hurt. Like, and you saw how lack of awareness people are. Like, I asked him, I'm like, do you think he's black? What's the first thing he said, y'all? He said, it didn't even matter. It don't matter. Woo! There's so much angles to that. It don't matter. Something that don't matter as soon as whatever, something you can't say that it don't matter when it was lied about. It wasn't lied for no reason. It wasn't lied about for no reason, you know? Because to say that it was lied about for no reason would be to say that we all got the same genetic makeup, and we don't. To say it was done for no reason would say if Jesus was black or white, it wouldn't matter because they got the same anatomy, and we don't. So it does matter, and especially when we're being abused off of it. It matters a lot. Every time the what do they call it? The non-denominals or whatever. Whenever I see them, and it's always two white boys with the little suit, half suit, dress shirt or whatever, with the books and stuff. It's like I always be letting them know really what's up from all the angles and stuff, and it's always the same thing. Like I be telling them certain stuff, and they don't got no answers for it, or they looking at me with the same face because they didn't even think about it from those angles yet. But it's like, how could you not? That you should be asking yourself that question right now. A lot of people need to be asking themselves that question, like how are you not thinking about this? Because this is definitely going on. So how are you not thinking about it? That's what I said. People are so distraught. Like even the white girl I spoke to earlier, she's living off of me, whether she knows or not. She's like, I asked her where she about to go. She about to go on a plane. She's like, I'm going to Ireland. But she said she's from out this area, I'm telling y'all, if all black people really knew from entirety, like that y'all was living off of us, and we all remembered all at one time, which we're getting back to you now, or enough of alignment, so or as certain stuff takes place, like y'all don't. I'm telling y'all. See, so let me tell y'all, like I spoke to the first all those Latino people that was right there. They was working and stuff. I spoke to them. I spoke to a couple of guys as I was walking past a gas station. When I came back, I spoke to a goddess. She was married. Utmost respect. But I got triggered. Not gonna lie, I got triggered. She didn't see it at all though, and I did, but I didn't. It wasn't the time and place to talk about it, right? And just how she was carrying. Remember, I told you I judge people off their intellect. Regardless, she's in the medical field, right? So y'all already know, as a neuromelanated being, I was, I saw the little outfit and stuff. I'm like, so if you're in this field, you definitely must know this. And if you don't, regardless, like I need to make you aware of the field that you're in. But it's a time and place for everything. And she was kind of in a rush, and she was trying to be. I could tell she was trying to be respectful because she is of one of those type of black women. She was trying to be respectful, and like she didn't even owe me this, but she knows like what women be on and shit. And when she told me she was married, and still, I could tell she was intrigued by my mind and everything. But she had respect. And she went about it the right way. I almost wish certain females could have seen how she went about it, because how she went about it, y'all, like Women need to take notes of that, you know, because everything don't got to be a bad situation just because, you know what I mean? It don't got to be all of that. So respect to her, respect to the goddess. But back to what I was saying though, y'all. And I'm going through a lot right now, even though I know my life about to change, because it's too much painful stuff that I'm going through on a daily basis. You know, way too much painful stuff, y'all. Like just me going on about the store, like y'all don't know how much souls I just reached. Like if I really want to put a number on it, the souls, organic people that I spoke to, like all the people, if I want to put a number around all of them neuromelanated, you melanated, all the people I just spoke to as organic, put them all together, it was literally probably like 23 to 24 people, and just me on one walk, you know. This shit a whole video game right now to me. You can't look at that, you can't look at it nothing else when you really think about it, because I'm really thinking about it, right? You can't look at it nothing else, because once you know something is a lie, at that moment it's like dead. Even no matter how it's being projected, it still pertains to you off of division. Like it's dead, you know? So that's what creates the mental anguish. But you got to deal with it a different way. It's not you dealing with it from like a lack of awareness standpoint. And like I said, a smart person could play the food, so you could know how to work around stuff to probably handle situations better. But stuff is gonna be more painful also. You know, it's just it comes with it. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta know how to balance that out and how to deal with that. People could say whatever about me, but like I said, a lot of people that a lot of people have respect for and stuff, put them in my situation and in my area where I'm at and what I'm dealing with, and let's see who handles it better. You know, I'm being real, because like everybody knows this isn't. I'm just being real with y'all. I'm not saying this out of fear or anything, because trust me, I've been in any situations you probably could think of worse, of this knowledge that I know and stuff, for real. But I'm in a different area, y'all. I don't think a lot of people realize how serious the DMV area is. You know, I don't think a lot of people really realize the energy. And you know how I know a lot of people don't realize the energy and really what's out here? Because when they first come out here, you know how people be saying stuff like when they first come out here, one of the things that they say is like how stuck up people are, how entitled, how self-absorbed. You know? Because all the money, you know, all the racism's out here, all the any slickness of black people being attacked is the most out here. It's so real that if you're knowledgeable on a lot of this stuff, it's gonna feel like a complete attack as soon as you notice it, or even if it's not directed directly at you. You know, for real. You might see it with somebody else. You might just see it from away, going in the store, the way somebody paid for their food, just their body language. You're like, so much so, it's from a standpoint. The only reason why I move how I move, and I don't want to say I'm getting away with anything, because I be going through hella shit, y'all. But the only reason why it's a little different for me than like an average person, because niggas already know me. That's why. That's why. Niggas already know me over years, in and out in this area, even though I'm not from here and all of that, right? But let somebody else come in this area that fuck if a slave catcher, you know, see you, like, no. Regular people that's in the area and they don't know you. They haven't seen you before, right? you could be in a situation as a black person out here real fast, y'all. And I've been in a million times in foreign cars and all of that. You know, like it's I'm so y'all really got to take heed to this about the knowledge that I'm aware of in the area that I'm in. You know, if anybody else that's neuromelanated is in this area that I'm in and talking about this stuff, how I talk about it, how freely, I guarantee y'all, even what I'm going through, y'all go through way more than that. Way more. Way more. Because niggas gonna be like, first off, niggas ain't gonna know you, so they not gonna know how far whatever anything will go. You feel me? They really gonna treat you like a regular black person. It's like I get treated like a regular black person, but I don't because they know me. They know how far I'm gonna go with what you know what I'm saying? It's different with me. But somebody else, I'm telling y'all, it'll take you a while to get to where I'm at. Out here, for real. I'm telling y'all, no fucking lies, man. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, brother. Peace, power, abundance, God. Appreciate it. So, like, all this information about how great we are and stuff, it's still the shit. So, but basically, what I'm saying is the shift that's happening for our species is happening all on the planet, right? This our shit. So, basically, what I'm saying is people is the most irritated in this area, also, because think about it. All the situations that people tried to sabotage me in this area, and they still see me. Even if they see me in lack in any way, they know I know that I know that I'm not really in lack. You feel me? And that's what be pissing people off. Because I don't look at certain stuff from a standpoint how other people video, because whenever, and they do this too, whenever I'm talking, y'all, about how I really am and stuff, and I'm decoding shit and everything, that's when they mess with my videos the most, and they be cutting my videos and shit because they don't want me to be able to reach out to y'all for y'all to see me for how I am. You feel me? No matter how much they go on my phone and videos, whatever, y'all still gonna keep seeing me. You know? Because I'm telling y'all, I'm too resilient, y'all, about real issues that's affecting everybody. You know? Like, for real. Appreciate it. Yeah, y'all. So yeah, it's just different. It's different out here, though. You know, that's the first thing. You hear anybody say that comes to this area. Most of the time, people don't like it because that's the first energy that they feel, and they're like, why? And everyone says the same thing. They're like, why people act like that out here? Why people act like that out here? You know, everybody says that. But for people that's been out here, it's the regular because they already know. Or they're like that themselves. So they're not even looking at themselves. You know what I mean? So it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Get on this bus. I ain't even had my session yet. Well, no, I had a session earlier, but I gotta have another session. I gotta edit some shit, y'all. The people that's gonna notice you and validate you, those are the only people that you gotta worry about. Not in a way to say fuck everybody else, not like that, but in a way where you're not gonna be compromised by other people, I guess I would say. In that way, that's what I mean, y'all.